Hey there. Gonna hop in for a short stream before work. We're gonna go again into Elden Ring. Looks like we have someone in chat. Welcome. I just like listening to the intro music. Today we're actually going to be starting with a new game for now. I want to try a different kind of build, one that's more centered on bleed. I have a weapon in mind, so I want to get to that early. I'm not gonna worry about his appearance too much right now because you can always change that later. I just want to get this. I want to get this up and running. As long as we get the golden seed as a keepsake, we're all good.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Whoever's in chat right now, are you a fan of Elden Ring or Souls games in general? Hey Jeffy, welcome. It's been a while. But yeah, just for today, I'm gonna see how this goes. We're gonna be starting a new game. So this is the intro area. I want to try a bleed build instead of a strength for now. There's an item that I want to get that's very powerful that I want to see if I can rush. It's gonna be a suicide run after this, but hopefully it turns out fine. It's mostly gonna be it could be a samurai build. I'm actually going for a spear, so I'm gonna drop the katana once I get the spear. But we'll see. But yeah, that guy that I snuck up on, that's part of the tutorial. So he pretty much, I don't know if it's possible for him to see you, but he just ignores you. So you're supposed to backstab him. On the big TV, no pressure at all. No, he's not with me right now. But I think he's chilling out in the living room.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however...
Sounds cozy.
You are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to
He
listen.
seems like a trustworthy
Are you
sort, right?
familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction.
He calls you worse, just wait.
That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are, it's time to castle. If you seek...
He really put some emphasis on the maidenless part. Why samurai? It's because it starts off with the highest amount of dex, and the weapon I'm going for has 20 dex requirement. Which usually I go for vagabond because it's one of the best starting classes for anyone, but he's also got a lower dex starting off. So I want to get that weapon and be able to use it as soon as possible. I might have been muted for that question. It's because of the dex requirement. So it's the best class with dex to start off with. So he starts off with 15. I need 20 to get that weapon. And I have enough strength to two-hand it. Because once you two-hand a weapon, your strength goes up by 1.5. It's all fine as long as you get your runes back. The bloodstain is so that you can see who died before you. So that red figure dancing around, that's how they died essentially. So that can be very helpful in certain areas where maybe you could see an ambush ahead. The ghost though, if you see like a white ghost running around, that's just another player. It's literally someone like me and what they were doing. So this is just this guy fighting him at that time. Then these little white signs on the ground show messages left by other players. Is he still playing Resident Evil 2? Yeah, the setting's one of the best parts of the game. If you like the high fantasy language, then yeah, there's a couple characters coming up that definitely excel there. That guy's one of my favorites. I understand that someone's got to keep a lookout, but I always feel bad for sneaking up on him, because he seems like he has very bad situational awareness. Sneaky verse tank. I would go with tank because, especially in boss battles, you can't sneak around. You can maybe get the jump on them, but most likely you're gonna have to be able to tank hits. So tank me all the way. I do like sneaking up on guys though. I've preferred that playstyle since Skyrim.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the
Scary,
tarnished.
she's awesome. She's a very integral part of
But
the game.
you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I didn't want to talk during the cutscene. But alright, so a couple questions to answer. What's the hardest part about Elden Ring? Definitely the endgame bosses. Because early on, they're fine, they're more manageable, but late game, they have a lot of more splash attacks that cover a great distance, and they hit like a truck. And a lot of the movesets can be considered BS just because of how hard they are to dodge. So it just becomes a game of patience and just overpowering them. What's the catch? The catch is that you have to die a lot in order to get her to where she wants to go. Other than that, there's not a huge catch for you, but it's something to keep an eye out for. And it's a magic item, I'll show you. It's more than just a magic item though, because it helps you summon the best boy in the game. So we got just equipped it now. Now I have a horse. Audio feedback? Oh no, let me check that out.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
So as she said, she just gave you something that essentially allows you to summon guys during battle. Only during certain areas though. So now you see along the left side of the screen that there's a little white tombstone icon. That means you can now summon. So I gotta make sure that the summon's equipped though. So she just gave me their wolves essentially. So now you can summon whatever you had equipped. And they stay around either until you leave an area where they can't be used, or you enter an area they can't be used, or you defeat the enemy, or they die. So you see their icons are blinking, and so that means that they have a limited amount of time.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Erdtree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard-bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all. I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
I love him. I love his design as well. I told Kevin earlier, he reminds me of Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, when he's dressed up as Santa. Not sure if you've seen the movie though, but I highly recommend it. It's a classic. So that item I just bought, the crafting kit, I'd recommend getting that every single time as soon as you get it. Because it's up now, you can craft items. The Keebler elves, that's I wasn't even thinking that. Alright, so this next part I'm probably going to die a lot to. Just because I'm going to be traveling to an area that I should not be going this early in the game. The weapon is worth it though. Yeah, the wind in the area is so powerful that it just kind of whips them up into the air. Like a dognado. Yep, sky puppies could definitely be a thing.
Me? I'm searching for my purpose, given to me by my mother inside the Earth Tree, long ago, for the reason that I yet live, burned and bodiless. There is something for which I must apologize. I've acted the Finger Maiden, yet can offer no guidance. I am no maiden. My purpose was long ago lost.
It's kind of hard to explain, but she is essentially a ghost. Her body exists, her physical body exists in the world, but she's kind of more of a projection of that body because she can no longer use that body. As you read, she said she's burned, so her body is just 100% burned, so she can't even move. But she can still talk to you in spirit form. Yeah, like astral projection. I always search out those skulls because they drop free runes. Every single skull drops 200 runes that you can pick up. So they're also a lot easier to spot at night because they glow in the dark. So like here too. We don't get a huge amount of detail about Torrent's backstory. Apparently, though, I haven't played it yet, but in the DLC there are certain things that he gets his own messages. Like, there's a certain area that he's good to go wherever, but he's even scared in that area. But otherwise, they don't really talk about him. And he's involved in one of the end cutscenes, because there's multiple different endings depending on how you decide to go in the game. Otherwise, though, he's kind of just there.
Death has left its mark once again. Ah, a tarnished, are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further. The village here has been touched by death. Turn back while you still can.
No, I don't think I will. Lots of skulls. It's a lot more, it's kind of harder to tell at night, but it's a lot more vibrant during the day. The sun is a lot brighter. Basically what ended up happening before I entered the game, just in the new game, there was a really big war called the Shattering. And there was an artifact that everyone was trying to get their hands on, and it ended up getting broken. And so people were clamoring to try to get the remaining shards of that item. And so what ended up happening, in order to end the war, one of the people ended up creating a massive explosion that essentially created this area that you see, all this red. It's called Scarlet Rot. And so she essentially nuked the entire region, which is why everything looks so miserable and dead. It's kind of a last-ditch effort on her part, because she had a mission to carry out. Yes, you uncover more of the map. So once I get this weapon, I'll go back and play the game like normal. I just wanted to get here. So essentially what ends up happening is there are these items that you can find that essentially unmark a part of the map or uncover a part of the map, and so then that region becomes fully available on the map itself. But as it stands, you can't see, even if you get one of those fragments. My favorite region, that's hard to describe. I showed Kevin one of it earlier, but that's an end game level. No, there's a few. Honestly, Limgrave, the area that we just were, like the starting area, is one of my favorites because I think it's so pretty. And honestly, it's a nice intro level just before things get too hectic. So like you can see this part of the map's uncovered. However, this is very deceiving because this is only a small portion. Like where my cursor is right now, once you uncover more, it can go way, way up. Like this is maybe a 20th of the entire map area. There's a whole lot more to go. And there's also verticality to the map, so there's an underground level and technically an above ground level. And also you could tell by me zooming in that these areas are crossed out. So if you're in a dungeon until you... Yeah, it's a huge open world. But so until you actually get through the area, so get to an out of bounds area, or if you kill the boss, then... Or if you kill the boss, then you can start fast traveling. There's the item, now I gotta get out before I die. Also, I realized I forgot to level up, and I didn't level up. Okay, so that's fine. I got out of there, we're good. We are A-okay. So now I should have enough to level up my dex. I just gotta get those runes back. Surprised that the runes were so far back. They should have been over here. Hopefully they start getting closer, because that's going to be a pain to actually get out of. No, that was a mistake on my part, though. I should have gotten them. I should have leveled up first. Okay, so this is fine. These are closer. Many perils, yeah, you have no idea. Okay, so now we should be. This is one of the best bleed weapons in the entire game. So it's saying I have to wield it with both hands. So now I technically have enough strength because it boosted my strength from 12 to 18 just by two-handing it. Now from here on out, it's just leveling up health from here on. Getting feedback. Oh, I'm sorry. I usually get an audio. I always do an audio test before going live. I wasn't getting any feedback, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I can definitely see why you say it reminds you of Hyrule. It's a very pretty place.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you, if you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
So this is essentially the base of operations, called Round Table Hold.
Oh, I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth. I teach incantations, the strength granted us by the Two Fingers, and explore the secrets of the Golden Order, so that one day, if a Tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace. You do? Wonderful news. Most Tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed. Well, what do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the Two Fingers? May the Golden Order shine through you.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new Tarnished made their way to the Round Table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
Incantations can be extremely powerful. So even with a build like this, where I'm not going for anything magic based, they can still give you incredibly powerful buffs, both to damage resist and to damage overall. So they're useful for just about any build.
Allow me a word of advice. As your senior, you are a mere visitor to the Round Table. Nothing more. A house guest. Yet to earn their keep. Remember your place, newcomer. There's nothing left to say. Be at your leisure.
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me. Be sure to tell me if you meet a young woman named Lanya. She's a servant to my house. She's been my companion since childhood. I've lost count of the number of times I've had to find her like this. Honestly, she's such a little tomboy. Be sure to tell me if you... She's a servant to me. She's been my... I've lost count, honestly.
You're a new face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing. I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. I'm dying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it. No, don't read too much into it. I've no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Given time, technique never fails. Besides, it helps me forget. The sheer terror of her. Back already, no matter.
We meet again. I'm glad you took my warning to heart. Those who live in death should be left well alone. All the more should you spy a mariner among their number.
Many of them.
you there? Could you help us out, Cully? What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bog. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
took you. No matter. Lay out your arms then.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Should I let her hold me?
My thanks, great champion. You are very warm. What you felt light up inside you was a Baldakin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
Yeah, compared to Melina, she's a bit spookier. She's got an interesting storyline.
I am pleased to see. Would you like the blessing? Would you like to be?
Well, what a lot of people don't know is that if you do hug her, that blessing she talks about actually gives a temporary debuff to your health as long as you're holding it. And so what you have to do is you actually have to go and activate it. Why does she want to hold you? It's kind of a... I'm not entirely sure what her lineage is, or I can't remember. But from what I understand, it's nothing sexual. She just lays with... she lays with dead people, and she absorbs their essence. So if you see my health, there's actually a chunk missing. That's because once my health finally restored after the buff was over, that's what it looks like. So it's not terrible, but it does make a difference. Yeah, be careful what boons you accept. Sometimes boonless is the way to go. 5 people in chat total. I think this is an all-time high. Welcome. Anyone new here fan of Elden Ring or Souls games in general? That's okay. That's good timing because I'm just about done. I'm just about wrapping it up. I gotta get ready for work. Good night. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. I gotta get ready for work. Alright. Thank you guys for stopping in. Thank you for tuning in for a bit. It was a lot of fun. Until next time.